and welcome back to Derailed. This is season 1. I've just noticed that I always put the emphasis on Derailed on the D.
Yeah, Derailed.
You like the D, though.
Derailed. Next season is going to be called Hello, Welcome Back to C-Railed. Wait, that's the wrong direction. E-Railed. This is season 1, episode 12. My name is, as always, Greg. And as always, again, I'm joined by my fellow hosts who are always named Harry and Adash. I don't know.
That's
I'm having
gonna
a stroke
change.
this episode.
You're having the Harry. I hate that. I don't like that, though. That's a thing.
What?
Okay, see, you're the one who brought it up yourself this time.
Yeah, but like earlier you brought it up. Like,
What did you
Now
bring
you
up?
can't stop
What am I
thinking.
missing?
he said, what'd you say? It was about having a Harry moment.
Greg was having a Harry moment. I was like, I hate that. That's a
Yeah.
thing. Like,
Well, it's a thing now.
Classic
You've
Harry
certified
moments.
oh fuck off.
True.
Oh, suck my dick.
Well, I'm just
That's a
saying,
Harry
right?
moment.
If,
That's a Harry moment.
Wait, what?
if you didn't have Harry moments, I wouldn't have instantly understood what he meant when he said Harry moment.
Oh,
That's
my
all I'm
God.
saying.
Oh my god.
Can we flash back to that moment happening? We're recording.
Okay.
Okay,
Bro,
yeah,
speed
perfect.
running the sync.
I'm just making it easier for you. Now the clap's like right at the beginning. So
Yeah.
I suppose you are. It's a first time for everything, I guess.
stop posing. I don't know. That was
Yeah,
a
when
Harry joke. All right.
Wait, what? What do you mean as a Harry joke? That wasn't even good. Oh wait, fuck.
Here's the flashback sound. There are flashback sounds. I just do not have them binded. So
Bound.
that's a Harry moment. All right.
Wait. Greg. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Today it is my turn to choose the topic, and the topic is we're going to make speeches for each other's funerals.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. What the
Oh,
fuck?
What was
they don't
the-
need to be
I know
like, super long speeches.
I know
but-
something. Was Harry here? I know I was definitely here when you got the inspiration for this, because I remember having this conversation.
I got the inspiration for this like randomly, not when I was on with the boys,
Okay.
unless I
Because
mentioned this, or
we did have a
it might have
conversation
been
about
something
this.
related to this, but
It might have been on the group chat, actually.
yeah. So it's just you're just doing a speech for both of the other peoples who died,
Oh, we're doing both.
and
At the same
and
time?
you get to like no.
Okay.
No. I mean, if you want, you can, because you get to decide how they die in your speech.
Oh,
So
excellent.
if you want it to be like a lover's suicide, like
Oh.
Romeo and Juliet sort of thing, you can totally do that.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
That's fun. I'll enjoy that.
All right. So I heard that Adash has an interesting story to tell us this week.
Oh, right.
Heard.
Yeah.
From who?
So-
From Adash.
So at the end of last podcast, I haven't actually listened back to it yet because it released like a few hours ago. But I imagine the part was kept in where I was like basically rushing us to finish. And the reason for that is because
the
I
party,
was
yeah.
I was going out. So I was invited to something by a coworker friend of mine. I didn't actually fully check what it was. I just said, yeah, fuck it, I'll go, because I'm mostly stuck inside all the time.
Uh-oh.
Like he did
That was the first mistake.
No. I knew roughly what I was getting into, and I knew I was hoping it would be wild. I was like, that, I was fine with that. So I was like, I wonder, like, if it's just like a concert, if it's like, or if it's just like a club, or if it's a rave. Turns out it was a rave.
Oh
So-
boy.
How is that? How is that?
So yeah, a rave.
Yeah.
A rave is
No, I said
Wait, did you say
How-
how is that?
I said
Or-
how
yeah,
is
okay.
that?
I thought you said how.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Not
I was
that
just sorry.
dumb.
No, okay. No,
Harry moment.
okay,
off.
so yeah, I'll get into it. But basically, it's like, Vancouver, the city, is like I don't know, it's really cold. It's kind of dead. Like there's not much going on socially. There's not much interaction. Nothing crazy really happens. But like you guys have heard the stories about raves, and let me tell you, Vancouver's raves are just as fucking dead. Holy shit! I was
okay. Well, that was a lot of expectation.
Okay,
wait, you can't be serious. How hard is it to make a rave? You just blast fucking music and everyone just fucking bops. How hard is it?
So let me get into it. So like, so I went to his house because we were doing pre-drinks before the rave. Like, we're not gonna pay for the, the prices, bro. The only thing I bought there was I bought two things. I bought a beer and also I bought a bottled water. $4 fucking.
Oh wow! Wait! Two beers and a bottle of water?
No, just the bottle of water.
No, just the water. Yeah, I was like, that's like
$4. Yeah. Well, damn, that's that concert price type shit.
Yeah. So anyway, so the people going were me, my coworker, and two of his roommates. Honestly, I kind of like, if I hadn't moved so much, I think one of his roommates was gonna move out. And, like, if I wasn't so exhausted just moving all the time, I would ask if I could move in with him. Because it would be, like, in March after you guys are gone anyway. And, like, if they have a spot, I would kind of be interested. Because, like, I actually have met all his roommates. There's 5 of them living in that house. And, like, they're all chill. Like, they're all really cool. And so I would love to like live there because like I don't mind this place. I actually like I have my own room. I got a decent kitchen. Like there's nothing wrong with this place. It's just it would be nice to be able to like get out of bed and then like actually have a reason to like go downstairs and like interact with people because they're like interesting,
Yeah, it's nicer to have roommates that you interact with than
exactly.
to have roommates that you don't ever interact with.
Exactly. It's like if I'm forced to have roommates, it would be nice to be able to interact with them. But anyway, so before we left, he was like, "So you've never been to a rave before?" I was like, "Nope, no idea what to expect." He's like, "Oh, you're gonna have fun." I was like, "Okay." He was like, "We are going to like a city one, so it's not as crazy as like the non-city ones." Which I imagine that just means less drugs because I think the non-city ones are just fucking
Oh, that's
wild.
what you meant by less crazy. Okay, I see. I was like, I would have thought that like city nightclubs would be like more like crazy, like more packed and stuff. But I guess if you're talking about like sketch levels.
Yeah. So the thing with that is, so before we left, we had some drinks. We had a really nice conversation and stuff. But anyway, before we left, me and my coworker, we were just going to, get fucked up off alcohol, just pure alcohol. And I was going a bit, but like I was drunk, but I wasn't incapable of handling myself drunk. Same with him. But those two, before we left to get to the club, took a tab of acid each.
Oh,
we're talking actual acid, by the way. Now, the thing with LSD is I didn't try it. I'm sure he would have given me some if I'd asked. And the main reason for that is I have since me and Harry's experience with edibles, I have since educated myself slightly on drugs. And the thing with drugs that they don't teach you in school. That I kind of learned the hard way is like it's not just about the drug, it's also about the environment. So luckily the first time around I was only around like Harry, so it worked out fine. But like the second time we did it, I was around other people who I didn't even mind. I like them, but it's just less of a comfortable environment. So
more of the story.
More of the story.
Adash's in my room. He's not comfortable taking you.
Yeah, basically, actually. So I did do acid. But the thing with that is, like, based off how acid works, I know it would have been a much more enjoyable experience. And I was proved right when we went to the rave. So this club was actually kind of fucking huge. Like, the actual dance floor was, I don't want to say massive because it makes it sound like it was huge, but it was, like, probably 1.5 times the size of like most club dance floors. So like it was pretty hard to pack in, and we'd come sort of early. The event was from 10 to 3. We showed up at like 10:30. Closer to 11, I think. So that the event wasn't going to get packed till like after midnight. So like the first hour, like we just went out there and like it's really nice dancing because like I don't really know how to dance, but I sort of just like followed what other people were doing, and I was like, this is actually pretty fun. But the issue is,
I don't think a lot of people who go to raves know how to dance.
Yeah,
a lot of people just fist pump.
Yeah,
and jump.
they just kind of like shake their legs and like beat like.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, that's what I was doing, and it's fun, right? Like as long as if you can learn how to like,
it's just vibing to the music.
If you just like learn how to like move your feet to the beat, like it's a good time. So I did actually like I learned to enjoy it, but the issue is it was like an hour in, and I was thinking, if we're gonna stay till 3. I can't dance till 3 fucking a.m. Like, I don't have the energy, B, I don't have the interest. And the other reason, like, I want to go clubbing and stuff is, like, to meet people, right? Because, like, that's the whole point of them is, like, everyone's more, like, open. But that, the guy that I went with, he was like, like, I think an hour and a half in, I went to take a break, and, like, me and him talked for a bit, and he was like, yeah, don't take this as the example of clubs. This man, by the way, he's done a lot. Like, he's done clubbing in England, where he's from. He's done clubbing in, like, he just goes, like, touristy places, like, he goes Malta, shit like that. So he's got to many a club, and so he was like, yeah, this is not the typical club experience. People aren't usually this like closed off, because everybody just sort of hung around with the groups they came in with, and the age trended slightly older. It trended to late 20s instead of younger 20s. So anyway, so me and him like had a talk. I ended up going to the smoking lounge, even though I don't smoke, just to like like, that was the only place where, like, the music wasn't so loud you had to fucking scream to be heard.
Yeah.
And, like, we had some conversations, and we were like, all right, let's go back and find the other 2 guys, right? So, as we're walking back to the dance floors, we see one of the other guys clearly having a bad trip. Bro's just hunched to the side, just, like, looking, and it was rough. So we took him to the smoking lounge, we had a conversation with him. He's just, he's going through the standard stuff of, like, he doesn't know what he wants with his life, all that. And so, like, we had a nice conversation, and then he was like, all right, back to the dance floor. The other guy, he was having a fine trip. When I tell you, this man did not get off the dance floor for the whole 4 hours. Oh. The whole time he was dancing. Do you know how
you sure it's just acid?
Yeah, it's just acid.
Yeah.
Acid does
not cocaine,
that
or, like...
Nah. Like, because the thing with that is, like, the other guy that I was talking to, like, he described it as, like, with acid, like, you close your eyes and you just move. And, like, you never feel a reason to stop moving. And, like, the music, it's, like, I get it. Like, I've never done acid, but I can just, like, I could tell this is the kind of music acid would elevate, And I was like, dang, it's a shame I just... am not in a position to try it, because like if I have a bad trip, like, I'm fucked, dude. So I was like, I can't risk it. But I was like, I don't know, I just decided against like going further in terms of like alcohol, because I was like, I can tell this isn't gonna like lead to anything. Like, getting more drunk isn't going to lead to anything. And yeah, just overall, like, nothing sketchy happened. Like, the most like crazy that happened was like near the end of the night. There were like 3 or 4 different couples at various sections. At one point, like, I was getting off the dance floor just to like go to the bathroom, and like on the dance floor there was a couple just making out. Then there's the the bars next to the thing. They were just making out.
Ash, that could be us when we go to.
Hey,
true.
You want to go to a rave? I can set it up.
No, I'm just kidding.
And then...
we don't have to go to a rave. We can just make out.
Yeah, I can just play some music. We can make out. Yeah, and then there's another couple next to the smoking lodge area, just making out, just going at it. I was like, okay, all right, wow, that's just 3 in a row. Like, but yeah,
I mean, 3 like for clubs. I feel like that's not even that much.
It's
I'm surprised you didn't see any
really
more than just making out.
That's what I'm saying. It was so like dead.
Yeah.
Like, the music wasn't
I came here
bad.
from some stories, and my story is that it sucked.
No, Thanks. Like, I was disappointed, bro. You can't charge $11 for a fucking Red Bull and have.
Have you been to a nightclub or like any sort of that thing, Harry?
I've gone to a club once. Back a while back with I guess it's a nightclub because they had like hookahs and it was packed, music and shit. People were doing what Adash was saying, basically kind of jumping
just
around
like dancing,
and
vibing,
doing that shit.
Yeah.
Not my crowd.
Yeah, it's one of those things that like I kind of want to try it at least once, but I'm like 95% sure I'm not gonna like it. Like I'm just gonna be like, too many people. Like, get me out of here.
No, I am genuinely like I'm actually positive because the main thing with that is like I just couldn't be bothered to dance for 4 hours with people I barely know.
Yeah.
Because like dancing isn't like my thing, but I'm actually so positive if I'd went with people I was like friends with, like actually friends with, I think I would have had a fucking blast. Because A, we would have gotten way more fucked up. Like I wouldn't have been as inhibited to getting fucked up. Mm-hmm. But B, like again, it is just fun to like because I danced for like 3 hours total, I'd say. And like it is. Yeah,
I was gonna say it's like I wasn't even that surprised by the 4 hours because I've like there's a lot of people who do like bar hopping and like nightclub hopping. And
yeah,
like,
4 hours is not much.
Crazy. They just like don't stop. Like they just go all night.
And I told him I was like I respect that he never got off the floor. And he was like you like in music festivals it's like days. Like you just go.
Yeah,
I was like not me. Couldn't be me.
Yeah. I like listening to music a lot, but I don't know if I'd be like a dance sort of person.
Yeah, I just think it would be fun if we won, but yeah. I think if we just got sufficiently fucked up enough, maybe it would be a one-off. But as a one-off, I think we could have a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I'm
just take out the acid. Just kidding.
It was funny.
I mean, I do want to try it at least once, and I think it would be better to try it with friends than to just go in by myself or with strangers. So,
well, some other time. I don't think.
Sometimes.
Well, actually, we definitely could fit in it because I know Summer wants to go. I'm fairly certain Benea would be down, so it would be just you two.
Well, we are referencing the Vancouver trip that we are about to go on in 2 weeks. We're going to go visit Adash, and it's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be a good time. There is no other option.
We'll see, because honestly, like,
we'll come back and have more actual stories. And hopefully a cursed story to tell, too.
No. I don't know if it's a cursed story, hopefully it doesn't happen to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be kind of fucked, though, actually.
It would. But it would
be
a story. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get started.
Yeah.
We could do this live now. It's nice.
Oh yeah.
We don't have to edit it in anymore. Yeah. Okay, so this is probably going to be a relatively short section because I think we are each just going to read our things, and our things I don't think are particularly long, so it shouldn't be too bad. But hopefully it's pretty funny. I had a lot of fun writing this.
Oh, bro, same.
Like I had a lot of ideas, and I was like, man, this might not be funny, but I'm giggling to myself as I'm writing this.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm actually proud of myself. I made myself laugh so often.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was like smiling the whole time I was reading it. So I was like, mine's probably the shortest. If you want me to just go ahead and off it,
yeah, mine's
we can
for both of you. Length.
Go for it.
Mine is
I got some girth, so.
Oh boy.
Okay, we'll see how girthy you are.
Yeah, we will. 2 weeks.
Oh boy. Okay.
Right. Go ahead. Yeah, we have to settle into the funeral. The funeral mood. Do people clap when the person comes up to talk? No. Just like, yeah, that's my boy.
Except you wouldn't be clapping.
Wait, so who are you?
Yeah,
who are you starting with?
He just got
this is for both of you.
Oh, okay. This is a
yeah. That's why I said it's going to be extremely short because it's for both of you, and it's only like 400 words.
Okay.
Yes. Beautiful.
I got hiccups now. Fuck.
But that's like accurate though. That's
a hairy moment.
That's a hairy moment.
Oh my fuck. This is the end of a dynasty.
What the fuck? Nobody starts a eulogy.
I like it. Let him
Yeah,
cook.
no, I like it. I just like, well, I was not expecting it.
Yeah.
A dynasty of friendship has lasted a lifetime. For me, well, it only lasted most of my life. As many of you may know, the boys and I were tight. Tighter than Greg's ass the first time we bonded.
Okay.
Adash would soon join us and make us the throuple we know and love. Look back. Wow. Looking back all those years to the beginning makes you wonder how great life can be. And then damn, I can't read.
This is also more accurate. This is also exactly
Don't worry.
how Harry would be doing this.
Wait, what did I write? Then you... Okay. And then you look back to the present and see how fragile our daily lives are. All of it can be gone in an instant, and we can never think... Wow, I really fuck. And we can never think anything of it until it's too late. For Greg and Adash, it was gone before they even realized what was going on. It was a typical day for us, hanging out, eating food, and then I had to take a shit. And Greg and Adash started eating each other out, if you know what I mean.
Okay. you're just writing an erotica. This is an eulogy. It's an erotica.
Okay, well, you would have wanted this. 3 hours after 3 hours of fucking, Adash said no homo, and that was not cool. Not after you've been in and out, oh fuck! Not after you've been in and have been inned by your homie.
This is such
Greg
a
wasn't happy,
moment.
and he wanted kissies for apologies. But that day,
True.
That fateful day, Adash wasn't feeling it. I guess Greg had some pent up frustrations because he went off on Adash, going on him and trying to get his.
Did
kisses.
I just get beaten to death by Greg?
What is going on him? I need to know because we are going to play this out when we go to Vancouver.
What?
You're grabbing him and trying to get your kissies.
All right.
Greg, please don't.
Not at all. Not at all what we're used to. The soft, kind, passive bussy boy he is.
Oh, okay.
I
Never call me that again.
This. I hate this.
Aren't you glad I only kept it short?
I hate the visual image of Harry writing this and smiling and being like, oh yeah. The soft, kind bussy boy. He's going to love that.
Adash doing what he does best, try to rebuttal, and then slipped and fell off the bed onto the two Moby Huges that were laying straight up onto the ground and leaned. As they both got penetrated, the dad died of shock.
This is the most fan fiction thing I've ever heard. Or just like, where is this even happening? Yeah, where is this happening? We went out to eat. Why are there two Moby Huges just in the restaurant?
Well, there's eating food. We weren't out to eat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's Big, and then there's Moby Huge. There's no coming back after that.
Oh my god.
Was this AI generated?
No, I actually wrote all of this.
I genuinely, I don't think an AI would.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't.
As the sun sets on their post-cock shock faces one last time.
Post-cock shock? Okay, that's pretty good.
That needs to be the like title of an album of a song. Post-cock shock. Like that actually kind of rolls.
That's actually hard, yeah.
You guys were... We once again will remember about the past, the good times we had, laughing and suppressing the depression and pain of the lives we lived. We look back at things and how irreplaceable they are. A brother from another mother and an off-brand agent who is a lesser version of you both. The joy of getting on the same...
That's just taking shots in this. What the
Wait. I think Discord cut out for me. What did he...
I said, looking back, we think how irreplaceable they are. A brother from another mother and an off-brand Asian who is a lesser version of you both. The joy of getting on the game every day. Or just chilling to talk to people you know you can really just bullshit with. Not hold back. Not worry too much about them judging. And always ready to have a good time. The kind of friends, when it's time to have fun, we have fun, never worrying about the little things until it becomes necessary. Our lives will never be the same without them. Some more quiet than others, while their lives are silent forever. Ended by a fat black cock.
Okay.
Okay.
Bro, you actually got kind of deep, and then
Yeah,
pulled it
I was
right
like,
back.
okay. Not bad,
It's
bad.
how I am. And as we mourn for the loss of the pussy boy and his life-size body pillow, we remember them for what they were to us: friends, family, and boy toys.
Wait, is a dash my life size?
Yeah.
God damn it.
I would rather be a body pillow than a bussy boy. You
know what? Actually, fair enough. Yeah, I'll take it.
All right,
yeah.
All right, that's.
I think
that
it
was an
honestly,
experience.
Yeah, no,
God,
I think
really
the shock
hope-
factor was good enough that I was like, I can't keep this going for too long, or else it
What
becomes
was it?
dry.
The something shock cock? What was it?
The post-cock shock faces.
Post-cock shock.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I'm surprised I didn't stutter on that.
Gregory,
There was some stuttering.
I hope your mother doesn't listen to this podcast.
Yeah, no, that's why I was like, I
Holy
really hope your mom
shit.
doesn't listen to this one.
This
And, like-
that was I don't know why I expected anything different from Harry, but I do like that this is like the first like scripted one that we've done, but like all the previous ones Harry's actually been able to read pretty well. I don't know why this time
Yeah,
he
no,
just
no,
felt-
like I think it's because the way notes is the spacing between the lines is so thin. I was like
Why
reading
would
and then
you
my
use
eyes would
notes?
wander.
What the
Because
what
it's
the
it's
fuck
the
kind of
it's the
psycho
quickest.
piece of
Because then I can close it out without saving it, and like Google Drive and all the other ones are like saved, and I have to delete them. And I'm like, I don't know if I actually want to keep this or not. I probably will actually keep it, but it's like my go-to thing just to quickly type some stuff up.
Post-cock
Yeah.
shock.
Yeah.
post cock shot.
Now,
Yeah, no,
there's
this
a
one,
Harry moment.
my eyes kept wandering and like things got blurry. I was like, fuck, what are these words? And looking back, I definitely would have some blue lines here and there. And a lot of red lines.
Yeah, there was a joke that was made before we started the podcast where Dash was talking about how his eulogy was filled with red and blue lines, and then I was like, yeah, that's a Harry moment.
That is
Well,
that wasn't so much a eulogy as it was.
yeah, I don't know if that was quite a eulogy.
Okay,
It
well,
was,
I didn't know how to write a eulogy, and I
So
saw
I
did the
was
best
going
I
to say
could.
this in the podcast too, right? I was like, I actually didn't like properly look up like eulogy formats and stuff. I just looked at like a general template, and then I was like, yeah, you know what, close enough.
you know what eulogy I looked up? I actually don't even remember who it was, but I looked up Barack Obama's eulogy for like some famous Democratic guy.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I used that as the layout, and I was like, this guy speaks good. It's almost like he was like a president or something.
Yeah,
Just
no.
got it down, bro. All right. Well, thank you for that. Actually, no, don't. Fuck you.
No, fuck you.
Never call me Buzzy Boy again. All right.
Yeah, honestly, I felt like you'd have to feel some type of way if I called you a pussy boy.
Yeah, I felt some type of way. Yes, you were
Felt
correct.
uncomfortable, yeah.
Congratulations.
Well,
Did you do
speaking
separate
of-
ones, Adesh?
Yeah. So
Okay,
speaking of Barack
Pussy
Obama
boys?
and making fun of Harry's inability to read, I'm gonna read
fuck you.
Harry's eulogy. All right.
Wait, what are you speaking about, Barack Obama?
All right, everyone, let's. Yeah, I didn't hear that, but I'm not gonna question it. All right,
All right.
let's settle into the depressive mood again.
My fellow Americans, we are gathered here
Okay.
today. That's actually written on the script, by the way. I'm not. That's not improv.
I know.
My fellow Americans, we are gathered here today to remember the lives of Harrison Theodore Law. I say lives,
lives.
because he was a man of many faces. No, seriously, Greg has a whole stream deck full of them. He was a homie to his lover, a lover to his homies, a father to his sister, and a disappointment to his father. His love for
That's a cold line. Put that in the album. Put that as a lyric in the album.
His love for food knew no bounds, except for the one specified by his shorts. Harry was a mechanical wizard who loved to break into other people's homes to work on their cars. As we all know, it would be this automobile obsession that led to his untimely death. Now, we don't know why exactly Harry was drag racing his Toyota Supra in the middle of a runway strip, but we do know he probably should have confirmed it wasn't an active runway before doing it. Admittedly, I respect his effort at racing the Boeing 757 instead of just trying to steer it out of the way. But maybe that wasn't his brightest idea. At least, in the end, he died as he lived, ignoring clear warning signs about potential danger to his health. In fact, the only thing Harry flirts more with than the homies is death itself. He teased it by playing...
Okay, never mind, just keep going. There's going to be a callback to that. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. He teased it by playing rugby against 300-pound men. He let death give him a striptease during an incident involving a bee and some lawn equipment. No, I will not elaborate on that. And then he blew death a kiss when he ignored clear warning signs about the potential brain damage after 3 concussions and refused to go to a doctor. In other words, minor. If you're surprised that Harry died at the age of 29, then frankly, you just didn't know him well enough.
I'm just going to interrupt here, and I just want to state how much I love that me and Adash's brains basically share the same brain cell. I swear yours is just like a paraphrased version of mine. You'll see when I get to my speech. But I think you like somehow psychically stole like all my jokes.
I guess
I actually appreciate you for it.
I guess my image is very consistent to both of you.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's not our linkage. I think it's just you're very
no.
You know who you are, and we know who you are.
I think we've long had the shared the joke that we all share one brain cell, and it's just we occasionally take turns.
Yeah, so, we pass it around.
Yeah.
Oh no, mine was a little different.
No, but you'll see. This is like shockingly, like, it's a little scary, honestly.
All right, I have only like another paragraph left.
Yeah.
Harry has touched many lives during his strength on Earth, and no, I'm not talking about the elementary schoolers' false allegations. To his friends, he was a reliable man who you could always trust to be there for you when you had leftovers that needed to be finished.
Oh,
his academic success was exceptional, graduating from UNCC with a bachelor's degree, before deciding at the end of that degree that he was actually interested in a different form of engineering and went back to get a second one. His gaming success was immense. Harry was always found at the top of the scoreboard in every Battlefield and COD lobby he played, and he never lost a single game of Overwatch. That wasn't his teammates' fault anyway. Truly, as long as you didn't ask him to read aloud from a script, there was nothing Harry couldn't achieve.
Oh, fuck off.
I mean, it's a good thing you went first, because that line is a little too relevant.
He was a better friend than any I have had, and a better man than many I have met. We will remember him for ages to come. Yeah,
I don't think that was too bad. Honestly, that's like an honest eulogy, actually.
you could use that as a eulogy.
Yeah,
like there wasn't too much inappropriate stuff.
Other than the elementary school
eulogies
shit,
are like comedic to like make it to the funeral.
The elementary school shit.
Okay. Yeah, take out that line, but everything else you could probably.
Because I think my favorite
they are false allegations. They are false allegations.
Yeah,
but
it's
there
your
are
word
allegations.
Against, like 20
you
kids,
just confirmed.
So.
Yeah.
What kids?
I think my favorite line. I think of any literary work I've ever done is it was a homie to his lover, a lover to his homies, a father to his sister.
No, that was
that was actually really good.
Whew, he's spitting. He cooking.
Shut the fuck up.
I came up with that on the spot. I was like, hey, that's quality.
Yeah, I'm not gonna listen to you ever now. You called me a bussy boy. That's it. You crossed the line, man.
that's where the line was crossed.
To be fair, it's pretty far in.
Out of all the things I've said.
All right, I shall die now, so that your second one makes sense.
Did you wanna wait till?
What kind of death noise is that?
Okay. I was thinking we both read Harry's, but yeah, I can do Greg's.
I can, I kind of want to save Harry's for the end.
Okay, that's fine. All right. It is time for Gregory's.
Don't say my full name.
Gregory.
I'll take Bussy Boy over my full name.
You're gonna love this fucking eulogy, by the way.
Oh no. I mean, oh yes.
As if I didn't know you hated that, Greg. Come on. All right, ready? Today, my fellow Gucci gang members, we mourn the loss of Gregory Ethan Tan. Greg, what's your actual middle name again?
It is Ethan.
Yeah, okay. Just I had to confirm.
Wait, is that part of your eulogy? Are you like shouting at my corpse?
No. All right. I hope as we process this loss that we can also use this time to reflect on his errors so that others do not succumb the way he did. You see, as we all know, Greg, or Gregory as he liked to be called, died from exhaustion during one of his passion-fueled creative stints. Grego was in the middle of creating a symphony made exclusively of Harrison's fart sounds. He went to many depths to create this artistic masterpiece. Had the Greg Meister completed... He would have no doubt been renowned as the Gucci Mane of our time. But Gregory had pushed himself too far into his work. We, as his friends, his family, his only source of human interaction, we failed to check in on him. Truth be told, I blame myself for his loss. I should have known that once I posted in the Discord that I actually started watching One Piece and didn't immediately get back an essay of accidental spoilers from the Gregster that something was up. By the way, One Piece was crazy good this week. I'm sure we all have stories similar to this, where we noticed something was wrong, but we couldn't have known how far gone he truly was. Thus, all we can do now is honor his memory. For my part, I will maintain his greatest achievement, his life's work, his sauce collection. It took him decades to curate a collection such as this.
Someone
and
needed.
Cannot
someone
be
needed
left to rot.
I am not putting that much work into a sauce collection just for it to disappear when I die. Someone's got to.
I got you, bro. Thus,
yeah, this eulogy is going crazy.
I will go through and maintain the file stability of his collection by watching every single one.
Okay, wait, I don't know about that one. that's like coming from me. That's like years of your life wasting away.
I urge all of you to find little ways to honor Gregor in the best way you can. Maybe that means you read out an explicit version of Jack and the Beanstalk to some third graders. Maybe it involves slowly driving Harry insane by slightly displacing furniture throughout his house anytime you visit him. Or maybe you just make your own symphony of fart noises. Wait. But whatever way you choose, as long as you bring a general sense of chaos to life, you will be honoring Gregory's memory.
Every time you said that, I cringed. But honestly, kind of raw. Like that was mostly true. Yeah, no. And you do honor me by being extremely chaotic. It just can't be LOL XD randomness. It has to be like organized chaos. That's me.
Yeah, I think I did a good job
but
at
it has
that.
to be like yeah. Honestly, you can read that at my actual.
So far, I wrote slight erotica. Dash wrote like some pretty good eulogies, actually. Let's see what Greg has.
Yeah, well, actually, I wanted to say before I did this, my favorite line in this, because I knew it would piss you off, is, you see, as we all know, Greg, or Gregory, as he liked to be called.
It's so bad. But all is forgiven for all the other things you said that were like, now they were in it. Like, yeah.
But what's wrong, Gregory?
I'm, you know what? You. Did that work?
Yeah.
Good. I have to prolong the cuss words out so I can time it correctly.
Oh, that's funny.
You son of a bitch.
See, now I want to get one just so I can do that shit.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, I'll start with a dash.
Okay.
Whew, okay, wait, I gotta calm down. I have too many giggles in my system.
Please sauce me up because the last one actually was just awful. I just died from post-cock shock.
True.
What's wrong with post-cock?
We both did.
Yeah.
All right. Friends, family members, and guy from DoorDash that's here to deliver the Buffalo Wild Wings. I have a few quotes I'd like to share. When do you think people die? When they're shot through the heart by the bullet of a pistol? No. When they're ravaged by an incurable disease? No. When they drink a soup made from a poisonous mushroom? No. It's when they're forgotten. That's from One Piece.
No,
oh my god!
The next quote.
One Piece was crazy good this week, by the way.
Your Autobots roll out. That's from Avengers: Age of Megatron. And then my last quote. The last quote is no, and that's from the Dark Father from, I think it's called Sun Battles, something like that.
That's crazy.
Today we have to say goodbye to one of the brightest shining lights in all of our lives. Of course, Adash didn't actually die today. Today's just the day we're saying goodbye to him. He actually died like 2 weeks ago, so we're saying goodbye to his 2-week-old corpse. Adash was many things. He was a grand champion in Rocket League. He was he was an atheist. He was taller than average.
Yes.
And he was easy to pick out in a crowd of short white people. That was actually really helpful. To the world, Adash was just a sad young Indian boy who was single and ready to mingle. But to those who knew and loved him, he was a sad young Indian boy who was single and ready to mingle.
Okay. Goddamn.
Technically, Adash and I mingled a lot, but we were in more of a friends with benefits sort of relationship, so it doesn't really count. But while I valued our intense physical relationship, the thing I'll miss most about Adash is his sentience. After all, his body's still there, and it just doesn't have a person inside of it.
Wait, hold on.
No, don't think about the implications. Okay. A person that could whisper things like, "The ice cream truck is here. Come out with your money." And, oh yeah, baby. That's baby in the non-literal meaning. I'm not an infantophile. Is that how you say that? I don't know if that's how you say that. And Dumbledore dies in the 6th book.
It did actually ruin me, you know. That was the hardest part of the series.
He always had very creative bed talk, and that is something that cannot be replicated. That said, I did replicate it. I compiled all his recorded audio and fed it to a voice AI that now lives in a Tamagotchi toy. But it will never be quite the same. Adash was a man filled with love towards the world. His heart was 3 times bigger, metaphorically, than any other metaphorical heart that I've metaphorically seen. Of course, most of this love was directed towards redheads, but some of it managed to reach the world too. Even though Adash wasn't one of my childhood friends, I still felt like we had known each other for decades. Perhaps he felt this way because of the similar world perspectives we had, but I felt that way because I was stalking him for several years before I actually got introduced to him. It wasn't like the creepy kind of stalking, but rather the endearing kind of stalking. If he was alive, I know he would have approved of it, which is why I never revealed that fact until now when he's dead. Still, I think Adash did a good job of making everyone feel that way. Perhaps everyone he knew was stalking him as well. Either way, now that he's dead, I'm curious as to... Yeah?
Yeah, go on.
Either way, now that he's dead, I'm curious as to whether or not it's going to feel like he's been dead for decades or not. At this point, I should say something about Adash living on through our hearts and his soul moving on to the next step, but Adash didn't believe in those things. He did, however, believe in leaving his mark through history, so I've decided to parade Adash's corpse around the world by going on tour and showing it off in every history class I could fool into believing it was the corpse of Gandhi.
Oh my god.
Yes! You know me so fucking well!
The last time I saw Adash was actually 2 weeks ago. It was actually at the scene of his death, and I can tell you it was horrifying. He was stabbed 28 times in the chest, all in different places. You know those things that they use in like cooking, like the thing that has a bunch of holes in it to allow the stuff to come down slower? Yeah, a sifter. Thanks, Harry. Yeah, basically that. I can't tell you why that man murdered Adash. It was completely out of nowhere and felt like a terrible coincidence with no signs that we could have caught to prevent it. All I remember from that incident is the man walking behind us for a few hours on the sidewalk, muttering under his breath. He said something like, "I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you, Adash. Fuck you. I hate you. I'm gonna stab you 28 times. You're fucking dead. Oh yeah, I'm coming. Funny. It's gonna happen." Something like that. Honestly, it could have happened to anyone. I only wish that I had been able to see into the future to realize that such an unsuspecting and friendly stranger would suddenly jump my friends like that. If I had known, I could have stopped it. As he lay on the sidewalk, bleeding out, Adash grabbed my hand and said his last words. Unfortunately, he spoke it in Indian, so I didn't understand what he said.
In Indian? Okay.
Yeah. But I made sure to memorize it, so I can make sure those words would be remembered. He said something along the lines of, Mujhi apko Mona Lisa koni ki jabruta hai.
Mona Lisa?
Okay, the funniest thing about this is that's Hindi and I don't speak it, so I actually don't know what you just said.
I think you can figure out what
something
it meant.
about eating the Mona Lisa. I feel like
I feel like I'm eating the Mona Lisa. Yeah.
I want to conclude this by saying a quote from Adash himself. That's what he sounded like. Thank you. You can leave the Buffalo Wild Wings over there. Yeah, thanks.
Oh my god,
appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, that's my speech for Adash.
Okay.
Really ordered Buffalo Wild Wings at his funeral.
That's what he would have wanted.
That is actually what I would have wanted. Yeah, that's fair. That's facts.
Yeah. We'll carry his casket in the ground in Buffalo Wild Wings, just a bunch of wings.
True.
Okay, this is Harry's eulogy, or my eulogy for Harry. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it finally happened. Harry died, and I wish I could say this was a big surprise and that he was stolen away from us or something, but let's be honest, this was kind of inevitable.
Oh my god. I like how y'all said you and me die. He's like, yeah, it's gonna happen. And we're gonna see the signs for it, but he's gonna ignore it. I mean, you're probably right, but fuck you, both.
Harry might have been in a solid relationship, but he pursued death with the passion and fervor of an incel pursuing a Twitch thought. Now that he's accomplished his lifelong dream, which was to die, all I can do is make like a government and say we tried our best.
Oh my god.
Most of you...
Wait, no, Greg. You need to give me a second because you're just hitting me with banger after banger. I need to breathe.
I tell you, that first paragraph is like, wait, you said so much of the exact same shit that I was like, wait. Why did we both think of the exact same thing? All right, now, most of you here don't actually know how Harry died. This was intentional because the details of his death were frankly embarrassing to him and the ones who knew him, but he's gone now and I need to fill 10 minutes, so let me set the scene for you. It happened just this morning and it started like any morning for Harry. He woke up, cleaned himself off, ate the shell off an egg, and then got ready for work.
I don't eat the shell off an egg!
I just know these things because Harry basically lived in his own version of Groundhog Day, but instead of a groundhog, it was me saying interesting, 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 and him saying these balls in your mouth. As he walked ominously towards his car, he heard a distinct sound, one that he had heard before in his nightmares and also real life. Bzzz. It was at this moment Harry knew he had to make a decision.
I was 2 seconds away from making a bee-themed.
Holy
shit.
Flee from the bee and live to see another day, or risk it all and tackle the bee head on. I don't think I need to say what he ended up doing. I mean, you're all here. You know how that story ends. We found his body in the shower, very swollen and also naked.
No!
All I'll say about that is either Harry lied about his size and was actually packing heat, or the swelling from the bee sting found a very convenient target.
This is the best. This is easily
the best. Now, enough about his death. It's time we celebrate his life. Harry was a man of many talents. He worked many jobs, and he was willing to work any job. I once gave him fake money to punch someone on the street, and he did it. Now, to be fair, that might have had nothing to do with the money. It might have just happened because he wanted to punch someone on the street. Still, it's undeniable that he did a good job. That person is still in the hospital. Harry was also well known for his ability to fix cars. However, if you got your car fixed by Harry, you would have to accept that it would be entering a polygamous relationship with him in several other cars.
All right.
His love of cars extended beyond hobbyism in his career and reached levels that were concerning on multiple levels. However, the law doesn't protect the sexual rights of cars, so Harry never faced any consequences for all the cars that he was involved with.
Holy shit! I'm crying.
Hey, look, that's from the horse's mouth. that's you speaking right there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You have told us many stories about your escapades with cars.
I don't do anything excessive.
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 To honor Harry's love of food, instead of getting him an actual casket, we put him in his fridge and brought his fridge here. This was definitely not related. This was definitely not related to the fact that he died this morning and we wanted to speed run his funeral and needed a way to preserve his body. No, it was because he would have wanted this.
What the fuck?
Okay, I'm not going to be able to do this correctly, but I'm still going to do it. Harry actually left a letter behind that he wanted me to share with all of you. Dear all my family and friends, if you're reading this, I'm dead. Yeet. Sincerely, your boy.
that would be it.
And then I was supposed to pretend to cry here and then say, I'm sorry, it's just he spelled sincerely wrong. But I can't pretend cry right now, so just accept that line.
Oh my god, that is actually a banger. Bro.
I remember Harry's bright face and personality like it was yesterday. That's because he was still alive yesterday. I would know because I was also alive yesterday. I didn't actually see or talk to him then, but I have to assume that I would have been notified about his death and his body would have been moved out of the shower and clothed, rather than the alternative, which was that someone saw his body naked and dead in the shower, but opted not to tell anyone about it or move him, and thought it would be funny to keep him naked. And then I stumbled across him the day after. That may be the most convoluted sentence I've ever written.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was the point of that?
Even I got lost while reading that. Like I said, that literally just happened, and the police have not pieced together the events that led to Harry's death yet, so I'm making a lot of assumptions here. I was supposed to play Flight. I was supposed to play Flight of the Bumblebee at Harry's funeral, but he died so suddenly that I didn't have time to learn it. So instead,
Excuses.
I'll be playing it on the kazoo later. Please, when that happens, please stand and join me in honoring the winner of the fight between Harry and the Bee.
This is less of a funeral and more of a celebration.
Yeah.
Wow!
I want to end this eulogy by remembering how important Harry was to me personally. I still remember the day Harry and I met. I, a young Jewish orphan boy, and him, a tall, dark, and handsome man who lived in a Gothic castle by... Wait, that's the wrong page. Right, there we go. Harry was someone I identified with right away, as he was led to my room as I was playing Minecraft. What started as a friendship based on gaming became deeper and deeper as he came over to my house every weekend. After years of this, we became like brothers, but like brothers that think the other brother is super hot. We played games. We played games, made movies, dunked on children in basketball, ate the equivalent of an entire country's centennial consumption, aligned our bowels for maximum fart efficiency, took part in bow-related war crimes, and built up a portfolio of abandoned projects large enough to reach the sun and back. But somehow, in all that time, I never saw his penis until earlier today. When we found him dead in his shower, naked.
And it was packing heat.
Thank you and goodbye, my friend. I will make sure that your computer collects dust and slowly falls apart over time as a relic of good times past.
Oh, fuck you!
Just as
Just
as your body did before it met its...
That's the part that Harry got fucking annoyed by.
Just as your body did before it met its untimely demise by B-prick. I promise to publicly curse at any bee that dares come within curse range of me, and I also promise to maintain your legacy of destroying toilets around the world. I don't know what you wanted me to do with your body, but I've decided to dump it in the river at Asheville in hopes that you finally end up with your keys. That way the story has a happy ending.
Okay.
The end.
Oh my god. This is fantastic. Shit. I love this episode.
This has been great.
I haven't laughed.
I am quite happy that I went first because mine was the shortest and like most simple.
Yeah.
And you guys got more and more elaborate as we went.
Nah, the last one was definitely the best. Like that's a standing ovation right there.
Yeah, I was writing this and I was just like, man, I hope Harry likes this.
Shit, that was.
I do, but fuck you! Don't let my computer dust. Like it's dusty.
And the only reason is because I wanted to represent your body.
Can you read out just like the first 3 lines again? Because I remember them being fucking bangers.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it finally happened. Harry died. Harry died, and I wish I could say this was a big surprise and that he was stolen away from us or something, but let's be honest, this was kind of inevitable. I just love that we both made the exact same comparison of Harry being in love with death. That's why he gets so close to it all the time. Bro, how did we both come up with the exact same metaphor?
Honestly,
it was actually we both talked about it flirting with death. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, like that's not even that like general. Like that's pretty specific.
Yeah, no, that was.
This is fake news.
No, this is called like, an intervention, Harry. Maybe it's time to take a good deep look at yourself. Yeah,
this is turning into an intervention.
Yeah, and realize you need to. Maybe this isn't the most sustainable method of going into the future.
Yeah, I think your relationship with death is a little toxic.
Yeah, no, fair.
I think you keep trying to go back to him, and he just doesn't care. Like, he's just chilling, and you're just like, bro, give me that.
Also, like, Greg
does he?
Greg, also, why do both of your eulogies have, like, such strong hints at having sexual relations with the other two? Like, oh my god!
I mean, that's just canon. That's just
canon. It's not.
I mean, do you have to question it, Adesh? Why are you questioning it?
We haven't.
I think you're. Wait. Was yours the only one that didn't have sexual implications?
I mean, mine did, but it just involved you and elementary schoolers. But
yeah, exactly. So I think it's a you issue.
Yeah. I mean, I think Adash's was the most accurate to real life.
Yeah. Adash's was probably the ones that actually could use a eulogy. Mine was just straight up almost porn, and Greg's was pure comedy.
Yeah. Comedy. I thought mine were funny, but Greg's is so fucking funny.
I was definitely thinking of some of these jokes.
Can we save this? Like, are these saved to drives?
Yeah, mine's on Google Drive.
Yeah. Can you share these with me? Because I want to.
Actually, no. Share them with me too. I'll share mine with both of you. Yeah. Oh, this is fucking good.
This one.
I don't know if you guys want a copy of mine.
Honestly, I didn't know how well this would work because we've done like scripted stuff before. I guess the other one we did was the AI one, and that one was still pretty funny, but it was also like not.
We didn't get the chance into it.
Yeah, our input. So
it also helps that it was short. Like I didn't have to write too much.
Yeah,
I did all of this in under an hour.
Yeah, I think I spent about 2 hours probably.
Yeah.
Because I spent an hour and a half earlier today, and then I spent 30 minutes just now when we were.
Yeah, I spent like maybe like 30 minutes, and then afterwards I was like, yeah, I can't keep this going.
all the jokes that didn't land as much were the ones I just wrote. I was just in some sort of state before when I was writing. I had just woken up, and I was like, yeah, here we go.
It's just, well, the way you started Harry's is just like, well, it's happened.
Yeah. I'm particularly proud of the penis thing. the beast thing.
Yeah, that one was really good.
Either he lied about his size, or
the bee was fortunate because he was packing heat. Holy shit! I haven't laughed that hard in forever. That felt like
that one was really good.
Yeah, that felt like one of those days back in the day when we'd get on Rocket League and like not pay attention as we lost every game.
You know,
we were just talking.
What
inspired this podcast, actually?
For context, for like all the people, it's like when we first started becoming friends, like we played a lot of Rocket League, and at that point we were all good enough that we didn't really have to focus that much, and we could still win games sometimes. So it's like those sessions just became, and this was like when I was at governor school, so I was like not in a great mental state, but it was great because like those like 3 or 4 hours that we would play games would just be like me unleashing all of the suppressed like emotion. So I think it was just like we were all like so funny, and we would all just make each other laugh and just nonstop for like 3 to 4 hours, like every single day.
It was so good.
Back then we also like recorded so many of those episodes and stuff, but I think it'd be interesting.
Sad.
Well, I was gonna say I think it'd be interesting if we went back and like viewed them to see if they were still funny. I mean, we still have a few on our like YouTube channel.
No, the YouTube holds up. I can confirm the dunk episodes, both of them hold up.
Well, not even that, but like the ones before that, because there were quite a few that we recorded before that. I think that were less good.
Oh, okay.
But I don't remember. Yeah. I know the very first episodes on that channel were interesting because that was like me recording at Oak Ridge.
I think the issue with the first ones is like I had to be so quiet. So like it was
well the very first ones you weren't even there, like I hadn't even met you.
Oh yeah, not those.
And those were like you getting added to the group was such a good like thing for our dynamic, like our comedic dynamic at least, because all of us have our moments, but I think when you combine us, especially now that we've like evolved our comedy around each other, I think that's like it plays off each other pretty well. So
oh yeah.
All right. Well, good work, boys. I really immensely enjoyed your guys' story too. Maybe not Harry's as much, but Harry's was still funny as fuck. It was just that
what's wrong,
I don't
pussy boy?
Okay. All right. You know what? I'm gonna abuse my soundboard just for you. It was really funny. So I have this one of those Stream Deck things now, and then I was using it yesterday, and Dash was like, "You finally learned to to stop abusing the soundboard," and I was like, "What was that? I can't hear you under the sound of the soundboard." Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna start abusing the shit out of that in future episodes. Totally.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I did enjoy both. I definitely enjoyed Greg's more, but there were some moments in Harry's one that
let's
were
be honest
funny.
here. My writing isn't that great.
I like the approach you took.
I have like a lot of practice in this shit. Like the amount of times I've written like full fucking shit posts, like I probably have by far the most practice in this sort of thing.
I was scrolling down my Google Drive at one point, and I just ran across a thing you wrote for Harry. I think it was you wrote it for Benea for like
Benea's birthday.
Yeah.
It was the whole like fanfic about how they met.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like,
I didn't even know how it went, so I was just making shit up.
It was just so weird.
And then like at governor school, like we had the Blasian Trio Instagram channel, and like really the only reason that like this isn't even like me grandstanding, like literally everyone literally said this about it, but it's like the only reason that blew up so much on campus was because like everyone fucking loved the captions and stuff. So like I was already refining my art back then with like writing stupid shit.
Oh yeah,
Greg is the language.
It is. Yeah, I also read a lot of books, so and most of them are pretty funny. I also read a lot of erotica, so when we do the erotica episode, I am ready. I also have a lot of practice in that. Adash's birthday, remember that?
Oh my god.
By the way, that was so awkward to write.
What?
That was a very the thing I made for your birthday that one time with like the Barbara erotica from Genshin. It was a little weird writing it around you because I was trying not to imagine it, but it was kind of just happening. I was like, oh.
See, that's the thing. I can't listen to it because like in my head I know you wrote it.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't work. Yeah. I do still have the compilation of the sound saved though. That's a banger.
Yeah, when the voice actress sent me the recording, I listened to like 30 seconds of it and I was like, I can't. This hurts. It hurts to hear like a professional voice actress reading out my erotica. Like it's so weird.
About
and
your
specifically
friend.
my erotica about a dad.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, what does our outro go again? Okay. I found it. As always, thank you so much for dropping in and listening to us ramble. We didn't ramble too much this time.
I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be a bitch to edit this episode because I was going crazy the entire time.
I was even from the beginning, like I was peaking so much. This is in terms of audio quality. This episode is gonna suck, and the topic recording got botched too. It's just gonna be like,
but it's so funny.
The whole entire time.
It's because we're gonna be there's so many peeking from us laughing like there's no tomorrow because there's so many good banging.
This is the funniest podcast we've done, hands down.
You can find us on youtube.com/@the-Derailed-podcast. That's youtube.com/@the-Derailed-podcast with a new episode every Tuesday. Hit the subscribe button, and if you want to catch our future episodes, hit that like button. Nope, I read that wrong. It's okay, you understand. We've done this song and dance 12 times, so this has been Derailed, and we will see you next time.
Deuces.
Toodles. Yeah, bussy boy, kiss him.
Okay, you know what? That's enough out of you. I'm censoring you.